Oh yeah, you did it, and it was like in my face, and I was like,
So that's so all three things can line up. Because when you look at the audio, there's going to be like three big spikes. And then so that's how you can sync the audio with the video. Because they're going to use this audio with that video. That makes sense, right? No. You're smart. You have a degree. You can figure it out. Is she smarter than you, Matt?
no, I think everybody's smarter than me, man. Even my younger brother, dude, he's freaking smart.
You're lazy, though.
I don't know. I'm pretty lazy. I don't think anybody can beat it. I couldn't even wake up in time.
Yeah, let's talk about the record. We were supposed to record at 12. Matt messaged me at 11.
It's almost 1.
At 11:58. He's like,
What? Oh, yeah.
He's like, hey, I just woke up.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
Oh,
dude.
shit. I just woke up. Dang.
And it just ruined my whole day.
I didn't think I was going to wake up this late. I didn't set an alarm or anything.
You didn't even gig yesterday. What were you doing?
Just watching TV with my mom. That's about it. Watching movies and shit.
That's it?
Yeah, I was up real late though. So that might have
Wow.
been why. I think that's all I did yesterday. Yeah, because I woke up late yesterday too. I woke up at like 2 in the afternoon actually. Now that's because I was actually out like super late.
You were partying on Friday?
No.
Well, you gigged on Friday. I didn't.
Yeah, I gigged on Friday.
Well, Friday was Christmas.
Yeah, sure was.
What did Santa bring you?
You
can't say.
I can't really explain it.
You can't say
I
it
can't
on
think
here.
of it all. That's what it.
Stuff Claire said, hey, don't say this on the podcast. Yes.
Yeah, no.
I'll take it back.
Right. Dang. She already did that. I pissed her off.
Oh, she did? Oh, you
No.
did? What's today? Today is December 27th.
The month's almost over already.
Yeah, it's going to be New Year's.
The year's already almost over.
Next week.
Thank God.
Why, this wasn't a good year for you?
No, I mean, it was okay considering. But I mean, you know, it's been a rough year for everybody. So kind of waiting for it to be over. I don't know, 2020's been weird. You're like a lot happened. Like a lot.
It did. But you learned a lot, right, Matt? You graduated.
Yeah, finally graduated. When was the last time we recorded? Did I graduate already or no? Oh yeah, I did, right?
Yeah, we had the toast. Oh yeah, so this is episode 2 of Los Mariachi Sagas for season 2. Yeah. So this is our second video. There's a video camera right there. Right there. You can't see me now. So the last time we recorded was the week of after Virgen, because you graduated.
Explained it. Yeah, I graduated. That was a stressful week. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that because one of the recordings you said the next time we record, I would be done, graduated already. Yeah. And I was like nervous at that time because I didn't think I was going to graduate.
Oh, I said that during the Vince episode.
Oh, yeah,
when this episode comes out, Matt's already going to be graduated.
Yeah.
But you're like,
and in my mind, in the back of my head, I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if we just jinxed it right there.
Well, you got a ring to show for it.
Yeah, I was like,
but you've had that ring for like 2 years.
Dude, it says, oh, no, never mind. I'm not going to say
class of,
it's embarrassing.
Like class of 2018 or something.
Yeah, it says the year that I was supposed to graduate.
Yeah.
But, you know, I told people before because they see it and they're like, yo, it says 2019. And I'm like, yeah. But I told people before, you know, it's kind of like a memory of like me not getting my shit together. Kind of like a reminder, like to get your shit together, you know, or this will happen. Yeah. Because that's basically like the story of my college life. But
well, it's over.
Yeah, finally over 5.5 years.
It only took a lot of crying and
I wouldn't say all that. But not saying like I kind of like brushed school academics aside, but it was just harder, you know?
Yeah.
It was just harder because my mindset wasn't quite there, like my focus, you know? I guess I grew up finally.
It just
I
took
wasn't
you
yet. Yeah.
until you turned 24 and realized, oh, crap,
Yeah.
been here too long.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm still not done. One more semester and then I'll be finished.
Well, we all, or like the both of us, for example, we finished a little late, but I mean, as long as we finish it,
Yeah.
I think that's all that matters.
It's cool. I'm going to be CEO of Tesla anyways.
Did you see the new building they're making?
Here?
Yeah.
Here in Austin. Yeah. I mean,
dude, it's huge
it's
already.
like literally like 10 minutes from my house.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Dude, I said if I don't get hired, they'll be pissed.
You know, I was watching a podcast with Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah.
And he was saying, and I always thought they were like, oh, you know, the most expensive cars and like, I don't know, like maybe all these like really wealthy people are the only ones that were able to afford it. So I started seeing him on the road more often. But on the podcast, Elon Musk was saying that the point of making the Teslas was to make life easier for people.
Mm-hmm.
And then I never really understood that. And then I saw this video the other day of somebody like actually being able to like sleep in their car. Have you seen that one? Where they like
while driving? Or?
No. Like they're in the back, right? And they like fold these seats, and it came with like a blanket and like all this shit, and like some cover for like the windows, and then you can like watch like TV on that little computer screen from where you're laying inside the Tesla. And I was like, that's one of the examples. Like
that would have been nice back when I was sleeping in my car.
Oh,
you could have used that.
Dude.
This is our mystery editor who doesn't want to be on camera and doesn't want to say nothing.
Yeah, but I think we've all been. I think I did that a couple times. One of the times was when I was really sick, dude. I don't know. I was really. This was like just before the COVID stuff started happening. Like I was hearing about it, but then everything was happening in China. Yeah. I basically slept in my car like the whole day because I went to work out with Saul, and in the morning we had a leg day. I remember, and it was shit. I felt horrible, dude. And then that day I basically like spent the whole day in my car, just like shivering in the back, sleeping in my car, man.
Was it hot?
Yeah, it was hot then too. I was freaking out though. I was like, man, it wasn't even here in the US yet. I was like, man, did I get it? Did I get COVID? Am I patient zero?
Is Saul lost a lot of weight?
Yeah, he did. He looks a lot different. Well, he looks like Saul, high school Saul.
He looks his age now.
Yeah.
He looks younger. He looked older before. Well, I mean, cause
I think it happens to everybody when you
lose weight. You like lose like 5 years too.
I remember you looked like a kid, dude. Like when you were in your traje, your whole coat was like huge. You looked like a kid. You know how we were in middle school and we were wearing our trajes and they like don't fit. Like that's what you look like, dude.
I remember that like, last year I had gotten this new belt, and I had that new belt like a year or two before. That so I've had this belt for a few years, and last year it was on the last hole, and it wasn't like enough. Like I had to all the time. I had to like I don't know if you know that to fix my pants.
Yes, your pants were always like
they are.
Sagging. Your belt was all like way out here. The end of it.
They're all scrunched up like my pants, and then the your jacket coat, you could just fold it over.
It was huge on you.
My waist was like 30, like a size 30 inches, but like actual like get the measuring tape because you know pant sizes aren't really accurate to what your actual waist size is.
Right. Yeah.
And so I take a tape measure, and my waist is like a 30.
Well, I think mine are because like now they fit me like tight. My pants. That's like more accurate.
What do you like
when they fit you tighter?
What do you wear, like a 36?
No, today. No, right now I think I'm at a 32. I was always at a 30. I sat even at a 29 one time in college. Like my sophomore year, I lost a lot of weight because I gained everything in my freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is bad because I never like really worked out like a lot. And then in mariachi, my pants would get tighter and tighter. And then when we went on that West Coast trip, that's when I was like, okay, this is the last straw. Like, yeah, this is enough. Like, they were so tight, my pants. And I had the same pants through 4 years I did MG. I've had the same pants and same traje, everything. Because throughout the years, people would like switch pants or, coats or whatever they had in stock. But I always stuck with the same one. And I remember those pants were extremely tight. Like, oh my God, it was really bad. There's videos on of us like on YouTube, and you can see how like big my thighs were, dude.
That they were.
Yeah.
But you know what I remember about that when we were getting our trajes, I had to wear a girl's vest.
Oh yeah, I remember that. A lot of people did, right?
Yeah. And man, and that had to be a big girl because I was big at that time too. So
there's a video of us I saw, and we both look pretty different.
You know where people don't even like recognize me or think that's not me is when we played at Cielito Lindo. At the restaurant.
You were pretty big at the time.
Yeah, my face was all round.
But even at Vargas too, we were both. Well, you were more different. I kind of look the same. I just have like more facial hair.
Yeah. Vargas, I was bigger. I had less muscle mass. It was more fat.
Yeah. It's because we're freshmen. In high school, we don't really work out that much because we're always active, with sports and whatnot.
Yeah, we would move around all the time.
And then college hits, and actually M&G, I remember we went to lunch like almost every day after class.
We would go eat and then go to like
where did we go?
What was that
Gumby's.
place called? Well, we'd go to Gumby's, but when we would get
Italian Garden or the Chinese Rose Garden.
Rose Garden.
Yeah, that was good.
But when we would go to, what was it called? Commons.
What? Oh yeah, Commons
on campus, and they had like a buffet of food.
That was cool, man. You would swipe me. That was badass.
Oh yeah. So last year, this girl that I had met in one of my engineering classes, it was like her first semester, her first time ever at Texas State because she was a transfer student.
Oh, okay.
And so I was showing her around the campus, and she wanted to go eat, so I took her to Commons. And then we would go like all the time throughout the rest of the semester. But like the very first time I went, because she bought a meal plan. She didn't even live on campus, but she people told her, the advisors or counselors, whatever, just buy it.
A lot of people do that.
And so she bought it. And so she went, and I said, yeah, you just swipe it and you go in. And then she went in, and then I paid, right, for myself. And so this went on for a few weeks, maybe a month, until one day we went. And then she was like, hey, do you know that I can swipe you? I was like, well, yeah, I knew. I wasn't just going to be like, hey, swipe me. She didn't know, or else she would have done it. But we went a bunch of times. Did you know how much money I spent?
It's pretty expensive, actually. Yeah.
And I was like, and I wouldn't eat that much because also at that time I was on a strict diet. So it was very little things I could eat.
Yeah.
So, and it was just to like hang out because I wasn't really eating much. And she was like, I could swipe you. I was like, I know. Never told you. It's my fault.
That's crazy because you never ate much that time. I mean, I think it's kind of rude too for you to be like, hey, like swipe me.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Well, I was gonna just be like, hey, pay her. Why not pay? But you can do this.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
I remember that.
But we haven't recorded in a while. So yeah, the last time by the time people see this video, it's gonna be after the one we've already recorded. In 3 years, it feels like it.
No, I said New Year's.
Oh, New Year's. They said 3 years.
3 years.
Well,
3
yeah,
years
it probably
later.
will be New Year's. But we that day we recorded, I literally took off to Orlando that same day.
Yeah.
And we finished recording, and an hour later I was on the plane.
Yeah.
Going to Orlando.
That's crazy.
So my sister lives in Orlando, and I went to Disney for the first time ever. I had never been to Disney, but I only went to Epcot. Main reason I wanted to see Cobre. And you know how we did the interview with Joe Baca? He wasn't even there. I was messaging him and Steve Carrillo that whole week. I was trying to get like all of Cobre on there.
Yeah.
But it was like short notice and stuff, and they're all still try to, you know, keep away from each other. So I was messaging Joe, and he said Cobre was off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Bruh.
And
that's right. Yeah, their schedule. They start on Thursdays or Wednesdays.
They're off Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. I don't know. They're off some days. And he asked me, what days are you going to be here? And I told him the days. And he's like, oh, those are all the days that we're off. I was like, oh, that's not cool. Yeah. But he said Thursday, Cobre plays. And I was like, okay, I'll go to Disney Thursday. I was messaging Steve Carrillo at the same time because I wanted to get him on the podcast. And he said he will do it. He's going to do it. We just need to schedule a time with him. I was hoping to do it in person, do a full episode, and then I could have called you like on the phone or something.
Yeah.
You could have done it that way. But yeah, he wasn't able to. But so I went with my sister and her friend and her friend's kids. And she's really like a person that will just will say whatever she wants or go do whatever she wants. So she's the type of person that will, you know, if something goes wrong or she tries to get deals, you know, and stuff, and will like sit and kind of complain for like an hour until she gets what she wants. Well, at the same time, because she's like kind of, I guess you would say, abrasive. We saw Cobre play because they have like. They had something like 8 shows throughout the day, and they play on stage now. So you can't really interact with them like how you used to, because before they used to play under the pavilion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I saw them play, and it was really short. Honestly, it was like a 20-minute set. But the thing is, they were just doing La Posada, so it's just Christmas songs.
Mm-hmm.
And so they didn't do much really fun, cool stuff. So when they were leaving, like I said, I had been messaging Steve this whole time. And my sister's like, hey, try to get an interview with them right now. I'm like, well, they're like in between sets. And then so she just like goes after them.
Oh, no.
And is talking to all of them and being like, the thing that helped was they kind of knew who I was.
Yeah.
Because of the podcast with Joe.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I was like, yeah, I'm the one, you know, with the podcast that I had did it with Joe.
Yeah. And
they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we know that, because I mean they all heard about it and they shared it on their Instagram page. Yeah. So they kind of knew who I was. And oh yeah, so Israel, violin player, wanted to say hi to Mike Guzman. To wish him well, to Mike Guzman and Pasalagüe.
Yes.
So you wanted to say that. I need to text Mike. You know if he's still in hospital?
Last I heard, but this was like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I mean, he's getting better.
Yeah, so
he's feeling a lot better.
So I talked to him, and also since I said I was like from Texas, they know like the guys from Caporales or Campanas. They know Mike Guzman. Mm-hmm. So I was able to talk to them a little bit. So it was cool. And then Steve came. Steve always comes like at the end. Steve's tall. Oh, you ever seen like? Yeah. Well, yeah, you've seen him like in person. He's like
both him and Joe were pretty tall.
Yeah,
they were both pretty big.
They were big guys, and I just looked up. I was like,
damn. Yeah.
Big. So that was like Steve said he was gonna do something like right then in between the break. So he's like, come back after our next set. And then we can do like a quick interview or something. So I came back after the next set, and I had the camera. Had that camera. And famous camera. And so I went to. Well, my sister was with me, so she was able to take the video while I did like a quick it was like 10 minutes. Because first I started off with like saying, well, I mean, how much time do you have? And he's like, like 5 minutes. I was like,
oh shit.
I think 5 minutes is 5 minutes
set
just
up.
introductions.
Yeah.
So I was like, I mean, 10 minutes. He's like, yeah, we do 10 minutes. So I was like, okay, we did 10 minutes.
Dang.
And so I don't say much about what was on that video because I want people to see it. But if everybody listening wants to know when the next Cobra album is coming out, then you got to watch that video because he actually answered my question.
Dang.
I didn't think he was. I told him, I was like, you probably won't answer this, but when's the next Cobra album coming? And he actually answered me. And he told me when.
So when is it? Just kidding. Watch the video.
You got to watch the video.
That's cool, man. Finally.
Yeah.
He's like another 25 years and it'll be. Dang.
So I was able to get that interview with
cool.
with Steve Carrillo.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, it's a newer group compared to obviously like the last album. Younger.
Yeah.
So
yeah, newer guys. Omar.
I'm excited to hear them.
Yeah. I asked him if there's gonna be any originals. And watch the video and you'll find out. I'll tell you after the podcast.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Tell you at the very end of the podcast.
And so that was Florida, and then so I left Friday, and then I came back to Austin. Yeah, then I had gigs Saturday. We had 8 hours, 8.5 hours.
That's good, dude.
On that Saturday.
Yeah.
So freaking tired, but I was so pissed because I made more that weekend than Virgen.
Oh yeah.
The Virgen I only made like 700-800 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, I made like 1,000 like the two weeks before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it was. Just Virgen. Well, I mean, the thing is, we also only played Friday, Saturday. So because Virgen was on a Saturday, it messed up with the other gigs.
Maybe Jalisco stole all the hours.
Jalisco. Leo called me.
Yeah.
For a gig on Tuesday.
Yeah, same here. But he was looking for a bass, right?
Yeah. Yeah, probably because he has Mayo and his son.
He asked me if I played guitarron. And I was like, no.
Should have just said yes. I always say yes.
No, I don't play.
Well, you never lied on your resume?
No.
You put in there, I speak Spanish.
Wait.
You're bilingual.
No. I only pretty much know like all the cuss words. That's about it. All the bad words.
That's enough. But 50% of
I guess
Spanish
so. I mean,
is bad words.
Yeah. That's honestly that's true. When I hear Asael talk, I'm like, Jesus, dude.
Or even when they're not bad words, they're used as bad words.
What do you mean?
Like what Asael does.
Oh yeah.
He'll say words that sound like it's something else.
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot of albur. But he did on so that week of, I think it was Virgen, I might have said this, but we did a 40-minute serenade. I don't know if I told you that, right? Who freaking does a 40-minute? I'm just still pissed about it because like, dude, this is like 2-3 weeks ago, but I'm like, dude, who the hell does a 40-minute serenade? And he's like, oh, because I know them and I thought they were gonna give us a tip. They didn't give us nothing. I'm like, dude, what? We was spent twice as much time here. And we played like 8 songs, dude. Full. And he does freaking like Amor Eterno with the whole outro and key change. And I'm like, dude.
I think he's not aware of the time.
Oh, he kind of screwed us over yesterday. He didn't realize it. But so we played like 4 hours and 4, 5, something like that. Because we had one at 3, and then 5:30, 6:30, then 7 to 8, and like 9 to 10. So it's like 4 hours, right? But from the 5:30 to 6:30, we got there at 5, and we started at like 5:10, and we played until 6:30. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck you know. But he doesn't tell me the times. He doesn't tell anybody. He's just like
He needs a
going based
watch
off
for Christmas, dude.
off himself.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought it was an hour and a half because we got there at 5, and we finished at 6:30, and then so at the end of the night he's paying us. I'm like, well, we played 4.5 hours, and he's like, no. He goes over the list, and he's like, it was 3 to 4, 5:30, 6:30, 7, 8, 9 to 10. I'm like, but we played from 5 to 6:30. He's like, oh, fuck. Like, he's so bad at that. He's so bad at the time management.
Yeah, like the other day, we all got there, and then of course he was the last on Friday. He was the last one to show up, and then he like took his sweet ass time trying to like get out of the car, and it was really like we started at when did we start? It was like 3. We started at 3, or we were supposed to, but he showed up at like 2:55. And then he was like taking his sweet ass time, like getting out, giving everybody he was having a whole conversation with Fernando while he was putting on his moño.
Yeah.
And me and Crisbaldo were waiting there like come on. We were already at the house. He parked pretty far away, but like we were like, come on, let's go. And then after the gig, which he already ran like 10 minutes over, I think. After the gig, me, Crisbaldo, and Fernando were like waiting. And then he was like talking to the client. I kid you not, dude, for like 15 to 20 minutes. And we were just waiting. I was like talking with Crisbaldo and this whole time. And then it got quiet. And then he was like, where the hell? Like in Spanish, he was like cussing. And then he was like, where the hell is this guy at? You know?
Yeah.
And finally he was coming. Apparently, Asael knew those people. I don't know.
Yeah. He does that. He goes and has a good time.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, we gotta go. We gotta not be here.
It's not like Adolf, dude. One time I showed up late and they didn't even give a shit, dude. They started. I was like, you guys.
Yeah, they do. You know who would do that is Alex.
Alex.
Unless like you're the only rhythm player or something.
I guess he just wants to really get out of there. Right.
Yeah, and also I mean his clients don't really care or notice.
Yeah, that's true.
If someone's missing.
Yeah.
And the amount of times I'd walk into a gig like late.
Adolf does it just to be a Adolf.
Just to
like this guy. But
you have a problem with not waking up.
Yeah, I guess so.
What and then so I mean you didn't play Saturday, right? You took the day off.
Saturday, dude, it was super. I was bored. Yesterday was Saturday.
Was that the first Saturday since I guess
since like last year, bro? Since like last year,
you had
my first one off. Dude, I was so bored. Because okay, we were supposed to have a posada yesterday and we didn't. But I think it's because I'm pretty sure because nobody like really wanted to go. You know, it's COVID season and stuff, so they canceled it, and we were supposed to have it yesterday. And they canceled it, and so I didn't have work or that, so I really had nothing to do. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna chill here. Yeah, that's cool too. I mean, I got to spend time with my mom too, because like I haven't seen her the past weekend. I was gone like the whole weekend, so I was like, yeah, it'd be good to spend some time with her, and we just chilled and watched movies. I was playing with my puppy pretty much the whole day, so he's something else.
Still, well, at least he's not gonna eat your homework anymore. You got no homework.
I told you about that. I've never had that happen before, and he actually ate my homework.
Your professor believed you?
I was pissed, dude. I was extremely mad. I was like, damn, man. We had to tape it together. And my mom was helping me. We had to tape it together and everything, dude.
Whenever I had a dog, he always stayed outside.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I didn't have an indoor dog.
Yeah, well, I guess that's why. He's 4 months, so he's within that range where like they starting to get like too much, you know? They're extremely hard to take care of because they get all crazy. Well, I think after a year he'll be okay.
At my dad, they got a pug. I don't know if you ever had like a puppy pug.
No,
they're crazy.
They get crazy, right? I've heard they do.
They're.
I believe
they
it.
freak out so much, like they start running around everywhere. They jump on you if you're just on the couch. So like sit on your head. But then when you pick them up, that they'll just start squirming around. Like they don't like to be picked up, but they'll be like all over you, and bite you. They bite a lot.
Yeah, mine bites too. He's something else, Charlie.
Yeah.
Charles. I always get worried he's gonna go in my room and like chew my vihuela up or something. Or because the guitarron, I always have it out. He's always like trying to bite the strings and everything. I'm like, dude, stop.
It's just gonna pop. Hit him across the face. Has that ever happened to
He
you?
doesn't care. Yes. Actually, it wasn't a guitarron string, but it was my guitar string. And it was one of those steel strings.
Oh yeah.
Not the nylon.
That happened to me once, but it happened to my sister. This is years. I was like in elementary, no, middle school probably, and it was an electric guitar I had. She was just literally like just messing with it, like just hitting the strings and stuff, and just suddenly the E string just pops and just goes right across her face. Like,
Fuck, dude.
Almost cut her face off.
If that would, dude, I've had it happen on my hand with the electric guitar, and it hurts. It really hurts.
Yeah, they're thin.
Like shit.
They're literally steel.
Yeah.
The last time we recorded was right after we. So, you took off to Memphis that weekend.
Yeah, we left.
Someone die
on Friday. No, almost. But no. It was interesting. I don't know.
What?
It was.
Did you look at the stars?
Still,
Did JM tell you
there
about
were
that?
no stores. Yeah, he did.
He tell you about who and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
And I was laughing, dude.
Fuck JM.
He's dumb.
Talking to
James
JM like
dumb.
directly right now.
But dude, right, watch out. Dude, I remember. So JM, he's a funny guy. Whenever I come across him, and I'm always picking on JM, dude. Always, like 24/7. Ever since we were in M&G, I'm always on his ass, dude, just picking on him. And especially when it comes to LeBron and the Lakers.
Yeah.
But on the Memphis trip, dude, it was like he was done with me already, dude. Like it got to a point where we were coming back from Memphis, and that was an extremely long drive. We were coming back, and I guess I didn't hear what he said because I had my headphones in, but he was talking to me, and he was in the back seat. I was in the passenger seat, and he said something, and I'm like, still taking him out. I'm like, what? And he got all pissed off just because I didn't hear him, dude. He goes, yeah, wait. And he's like, Luis, wait, like drop him out, drop his ass off already. Like get him out of here. Like it got to that point, but I'm always picking on that guy. It was fun on the way over there. It was an extremely long trip. Like it took about 11 hours to get there for us. I think actually maybe 12 because we stopped in to eat by the actual time that we were on the road. It took a while like I've said before, you know, especially in the Albuquerque trip, after that trip, Texas is really big. Like you don't realize how big it is until you make like trips across the state and whatnot. But I think that took about more than half the trip to get out of Texas. We got to Texarkana, and then we went, and from there we stopped at a little place called Hope. I think it was in Arkansas. Yeah, because we had passed Texarkana, and then Louis was like, hey, okay, I'm hungry. And I was trying to find a place, and I was like looking. And then by the time I was looking, we were already out of Texas. And I was like, well, I guess we'll have to stop at this little town. It's extremely little town. We got out, these two like country kids from high school, I think. These country boys were it was because it was at a barbecue place. And they were there at the cash register, like talking to every single person that worked at that restaurant, that barbecue place. Like they knew them they were like very personal with them, you know. Like they really knew them. We were like, this must be a small town. So it was good. The food was really good. And then we took off straight to Memphis. It was a really long trip. But it was really nice out there. Like all the trees were like freaking tall, dude. It looked like we were in the movie Twilight or some shit. And then we get there, and Adolf's like, and it was like midnight. Adolf's like, okay, call the guy who hired us. it was the dad of this family. The family's actually really rich. Like they had a lot of money, dude. But he said call the dad who hired us and make sure the plan was we're gonna do the mass. It was a wedding. We're gonna do the mass and then the reception after. He said make sure that the mass starts at 3 and we play at 3 o'clock. Because we had a little trouble finding another violinist because somebody had dropped out of the whole trip. So we were like struggling to find somebody because we had to have the 7 that they hired us for.
Oh yeah.
So we brought Yadira with us. Well, it wasn't with us. It was like the day before we told her. Or was it the day of? No, the day we were traveling. We asked her to go. And she was just going to go the next day because for her it was like a 6-7 hour trip from Dallas or Fort Worth, sorry.
Yeah.
They get mad whenever you
they're different.
Apparently.
It's not the same. It's the same place.
Anyways, she was coming from there. And he said, make sure we start at 3 because Yadira is not leaving until a certain time and she'll probably, be there that morning or something. And so Louis like talking to the guy and he said, the mass starts at 3, right? And the dad was like, he's like, no, the mass in Spanish. He's like, no, the mass starts at 1. And we're like, oh, this is going to be a problem. So he told Adolf and he's like, oh shit. Okay. Well, I'm glad he like told us, he said, call Yadira and tell her to hurry up or whatnot. And while this was right when we got to the hotel, they paid for the hotel and everything. It was a really nice hotel. And we walked in our rooms and they were like super huge, man. We were like, man, these people got money. We were getting settled in and Louis actually got in touch with the woman who was actually getting married, or I think, I'm pretty sure it was one of the women that were getting married. The woman that was getting married. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you gotta edit this because he looks stupid right now.
Actually, you can leave it in. I really don't give a shit. But anyways, it was a confusing process. So the woman actually said, we don't want you to do the mass. Y'all are supposed to actually just do the reception. And we're like, oh shit, okay. Not sure what happened with miscommunication there, but that was like the original plan apparently, and then somebody just got confused. So we were like, okay, cool. We just do the reception at 3. So we played from I think the next day 3 to 7, and it went really well. I mean, technically we only played like 3 hours because the first hour we waited at the venue, like a whole hour for them to come from the church. People are walking in and the women are like wearing like these big hats and really nice. Like everybody was dressed up like super formal, dude. Like they made our trajes look like shit, I mean, they are just black, but
how much do you think they spent on that wedding? Over 100,000?
I don't know, dude. I think so. But this family was like an owner. Apparently they own like a chain of Mexican restaurants there in Memphis. I believe it's Memphis. Because we stayed in Olive Branch, Mississippi. And one of the restaurants was actually right next door to where the hotel that we stayed at. But we, for some reason, I guess they chose that venue in Memphis. But it was really nice. It was really nice out there. I remember it was raining that day. I had to give Adolf and JM a ride in Luis's truck. And we went off when we were on the way to the gig, and I was driving, and I remember it was raining like super bad, dude. And I was like, dang. Like the whole time we were there, it was raining pretty much. Except for the times that we were traveling to and then from the hotel. Like the days that we traveled, it didn't rain, which is good because it's a really long drive. But I mean, overall, the trip was good. The reception, it was pretty fun. I mean, we just played when people were walking in. It's really nice. It looked like a big like mansion, honestly. But obviously, it's for like weddings and stuff like that. But we played in like the hallway for like people walking in. and then they're having like their little cocktail party or whatever. And then they told us to go into the ballroom. That's when everybody was having dinner. And then we played for the bride and the groom. Walked around, played for all the tables. We actually got a pretty nice break. They gave us food. They fed us the food, I guess, from the restaurant. It was pretty good. And then after that, we finished with like 5 more songs, and that was it.
You got paid $1,000 for
No, I wouldn't say that
for the entire group.
All right, dang. No, it was more. It was a really good fat paycheck.
It was worth the trip.
For sure, it was worth it, dude. Shit. They paid for gas and everything too. So, but
yeah, I mean, Relampico goes with like at least once a year.
Yeah, apparently they've been playing for this family for like 15 years or some shit.
Yeah, Alex used to go, but it used to be different. They always come up with like some reason, like that family to go to hire.
Yeah, it's been different.
I remember one time, or for a few years in a row, they would take them to go play at the restaurants.
Yeah.
And they would just play at the restaurants for like the whole weekend.
But obviously, like this year with COVID, like things were very different. And the family, I guess, I don't know, maybe this year they weren't as interactive. I don't know how like interactive they are with Relampago usually, but almost a completely different group. Adolf and Oscar were the only ones that they recognized because all of us are like younger, you know. It's like me, Carlos, Luis, and then JM ended up going with us. Eli didn't go.
Mm-hmm.
And then Yadira, you know. That's like a whole completely like different group since the last time this family has seen the group. So I'm pretty sure that's why things were.
She was Yadira was the only girl.
Yeah, she was the only girl that went.
Yeah,
and it was pretty cool. Like we haven't had a female in a while because Melissa went to Capital.
Yeah.
So
Clásico.
It's Clásico. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Clásico, yeah.
She went with her husband in Clásico.
And you can't confuse those groups. Cause
dude, to me, like they
I mean, they're rival groups now, though.
Yeah, I guess so. I remember. Well, yeah. I mean, Clásico like stemmed from that group Capital, so that's why I'm like always confused.
They play the same songs, but I played with. Let me get it right. Capital. I guess it was Capital. The only one from Capital there was.
Was it the
Alex.
weekend that I was gone?
Yeah,
dude.
Because they called me.
fucking Paul. He texted me like, what was it? Oh, when we were coming back, on the way back, and we were like in Arkansas still, and Paul's texting me. He's like, "Hey, are you available like right now?" And he was like, "And where do you live?" And I'm like, "This guy." I'm like, "No, I'm not available right now," or whatever. But the thing about Paul is he always does that. Every time he calls me for a gig, I don't know if it's just me, or like if I'm last resort or whatever. But still, like, he's like, "Hey, I need you for a gig, like right now." And I'm like.
Sure.
You know who? Usually I'm like, sure, but
who called me for the gig, and this is how I knew there was nobody else available. It was Alex.
Oh,
then I'm like, dude, Alex has never called me for a gig in my life.
Really?
And I'm like, there must be nobody. And yeah, because Oliver Lampigo was out, so he was like,
"No, I'm ready."
Call Alex. Then he texted me, and we actually had a 5 to 7 p.m. that because it was a Sunday.
Yeah, that's right.
But it got canceled. Because like we don't know, they just canceled it. I guess because they weren't gonna have the party after all. They didn't want people. We had a gig from 1 to 3 or 1 to 2, but they're gonna probably want another hour, and they did. And so Vince went. And so this gig was from 1 to 3 in like Austin, but to the east, like east of here, like Del Valley area. Vince had a gig in Dallas at 6:30 the same day. This is freaking idiot. He played from 1 to 3 here in Austin and then had to drive straight to Dallas. And he was drunk. He didn't show up drunk, but he was there. He drank, I don't know, like 6 shots of tequila.
Yeah.
and he was like, "Fuck, I'm drunk." Like,
He
why
always
would
does
you
that
drink?
though. Last time he did a gig with us, he drank a lot of tequila, and then he went to Dallas, of course. After that, and it was already like 10 at night, and
Yeah.
then he was like, "Yeah, I'm about to head to Dallas right now," and I'm like, "You're crazy, dude."
And that gig I did with Capital.
Yeah. It's probably because Israel like calls out like last minute.
Well, it wasn't Israel. Israel was there.
Oh, he went. Oh shit.
So Israel, Alex, me, and you know who? Freaking Checo, trumpet.
Oh, okay, cool. I haven't seen that dude in
Randomly,
forever.
apparently he just got back.
From where?
Well, he moved to
Cali.
California. Yeah.
I thought he's been here. I didn't know that. I thought he already moved back from.
Well, I think this was like his first gig in Austin.
Oh shit.
I don't know what's up with these guys that would drive from San Antonio to Austin for like 1 hour, 2 hours.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's like more, ain't it?
I mean, we only had that gig was an hour and a half. It paid $100.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's still like an hour drive. I don't know. So, I mean, like Vince to do that, or
I would only do that if it's worth it. I went to San Antonio, like a month ago, or maybe a month and a half ago, and I played with Chris, Perro.
Oh yeah,
I played with him. And
we
Robert.
gotta talk about that. But yeah,
Oh, yeah. Played with him and Robert and what was it? Oh, that young kid, Elliot.
Oh yeah, Elliot.
He's real good.
Good.
And Brooke. And I went dude, that was like an hour and 20-minute drive for me. And it was worth it. It was worth it because we like made a lot of money. Like for me, it has to be worth it. You know?
At least $1 per minute.
Right. Per minute for driving or per minute staying? Like the amount of time you stay there.
It's driving.
Driving.
Both altogether.
I'd say it was worth it. I'd say it was worth it. But it was really, and I talked about it before. That's when I realized like how different everything was in Austin compared to San Antonio.
Oh, yeah.
I had to brush up on that rep. I forgot everything that they played. But it was fun. Like it was really fun.
You telling me you forgot the chair?
They didn't play that. They played the submarine one. What is it called? Yeah, it's a song called it's talking about a submarine or something like that.
The Yellow Submarine?
Yes, that's the one.
The Beatles?
Yes, that's the one. We
played
played that one, and Robert's like, "Easy, man, it's easy. Is this, and I was like, all right, because I've actually never heard it.
You never heard it?
I've never heard it. So, but yeah, they played shit like that. They played that and a bunch of sones, dude. Like, I forgot a bunch of. I used to play it with them with Trovadores because Israel would always want to brush up on that rep, but it's been a while.
With Brooke, real quick, I had messaged her, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. And did you know that she made an album with A.B. Quintanilla?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you know that that album's already released?
Yeah.
She never promoted it.
Yeah, she did. I think she did.
For like a week.
For a while, you know.
No, but I listened to it on Spotify.
And it's good. It's good, man. She's got awesome.
It was good. Yeah, so everybody should check that album out.
Yeah, go check it out. Brooke Talk. She's amazing, dude. She always sings in like a restaurant or anywhere, and people love her, dude. Love her voice. It's like crazy how crazy they get.
But we gotta talk about Mariachi Nuevo Estilo.
Yeah.
And their
gig
their rendition of Rocky.
It wasn't Rocky. It's the song by it's the Final Countdown.
Yeah, by
Europe. I don't know why they said that on the fucking.
That's what it says on the
live like broadcast.
Yeah, description
of Canelo's fight. Whenever they did it, they called it the Rocky theme song. And
they did.
I was like, that's not right.
But that day, that's the day we had like 8 hours, 8.5 hours. Yeah. And I was gonna go to the Canelo fight, when I found out it was gonna be San Antonio, and I looked at the tickets back then. It was like $100.
Yeah,
and I was like,
fuck yeah,
maybe buy a couple. And then I didn't. And then I was like, I looked at the tickets the week of the fight. Dude, the cheapest one was like $700.
Fuck, dude.
And I was like,
I was surprised. I was surprised when I realized like there was an audience there.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I was trying to find the fight the whole time because this was the night that we played in Memphis.
Yeah.
And we had just gotten
a
back
lot
to
of
the
stuff
hotel.
A lot of stuff happened that day. We were famous for a while.
We won't talk about it right now.
No.
But anyways, I'm on my phone like the whole time. We were just chilling in the hotel rooms and actually kind of, winding down with some whiskey and just chilling. But I was trying to find the fight the whole time. And I guess I really never knew like what time it started. So I was watching all the like the pre-fights and all that. And all of a sudden I'm on Facebook and I see Perro is on Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, we what's up guys? We got like a special gig surprise or whatever. And then he showed like the Canelo and like his like is it logo? His logo on the
Yeah.
on the TV screen or whatever. He showed it. I'm like, what? He's doing the fight, dude. What the fuck? And then you can see in the video Canelo was walking by, and everything, dude. I'm like, dang, that's freaking crazy. So yeah, dude. And I was watching the fight, and I see them on there. I'm like, wow, that was actually pretty neat. They did Mexico Lindo, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Mexico Lindo Querido. He sang. Chris, the one who sang it.
He is.
He's the one who sang the.
Dang, he sounded different.
Yeah, I guess he was actually trying.
He did he did the trumpet solo, the one for the final countdown.
Yeah,
And then it went into, of course, that little transition they did, but it was pretty neat.
what I was trying to figure out, like how much they get paid, because you do the math. It say they took 2 trumpets, violin. Violin is what's his name, Vince, I think, the one in charge.
I don't even know. I never met him.
Then I played with Mariachi no Estilo a couple times. And then they took vihuela, guitar, guitarron. So that's 6.
7? Oh, 6.
That's 6 people, and they had to be there for, I don't know, probably like 8 hours.
Yeah.
And then rehearsing, probably mic check and sound check.
That's pretty neat, though, man.
So I have no idea how much they got paid. I would think, let's say for the day, I would say nothing less than like $500 each. So that's like $3,000.
Yeah.
But even then, I think they probably gave him more.
Yeah.
More than $3,000.
Either way, man, how they got that gig.
I mean, they're still famous from America's Got Talent.
That's true.
Still well known.
That's true. But that was pretty neat. And then I saw the fight. It wasn't much of a fight.
Yeah,
Of course, Canelo just tore him up, dude. But it's crazy because
Smith is like 6'5".
I was gonna say that it's crazy because you see Canelo, he's trying to do the uppercuts, but he has to go like way the fuck up there, dude.
Yeah. So whenever Alex would hold the mitts up here,
He was like, bah! Dude, reaching way the fuck up here. But he killed him, man. It wasn't much of a fight.
yeah, I thought they were gonna stop the fight,
No, they didn't.
but so that was crazy seeing Chris and all those guys up on stage with Canelo.
Canelo, yeah.
But boring fight.
Yeah, it wasn't much. But, I mean,
He's gonna fight in Dallas next week. Ryan Garcia.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
You know if he's gonna
It's
win.
gonna be tough. Because what's that other guy's name?
He's fighting Campbell.
Campbell.
Yeah, I mean Campbell's good.
They're both fast.
Maybe he'll win. But this past weekend we didn't have much. Like I said, just the 4 hours.
I just did too on Friday. Christmas.
Did you get that Christmas rate?
Actually, a little bit, yeah. Yeah, I sure did. It was a birthday on Christmas, man.
Yeah, a lot of birthdays.
There were a lot of birthdays on Christmas.
Noel's birthdays on
Noel,
Christmas.
yeah. Yeah, his birthday. And he was, I'm pretty sure he was stressing on Christmas about that video that he was working on.
Oh, yeah. I don't know because I called Noel on Monday. Was that when he was recording with all of you, or what?
I'm pretty sure I went and recorded on Monday.
Because I called him and I just heard a bunch of noise in the background. He's like, "Hey, I'm editing or recording," and he's like, "I'll call you back later." And he never called me back.
You never,
He never called me back.
or was it Monday? When was I recording? Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday? Could have been. One of those three. Dude, oh my God. My memory is so bad right now. I made it a thing now to where I'm going to write down like everything I do. Especially like for the reasons like this, the podcast. And I forgot my notebook. I wrote everything down.
Just listen back to them. You know, I was listening to the first episodes this past week. This past week I was
I sound dumb, right?
in the valley. You know what I noticed? We had I don't know, it was like more energy in those first episodes. I guess because also there's just so many stories that people didn't know. But we've told a lot of stories and still a lot to tell, but
it still is. I forget.
Yeah, forget.
And I wrote everything down and forgot the journal.
You got to be prepared, like our can't say the name, but the editor right here, pen and paper, taking notes, not even paying attention, but
it's
and they're wearing headphones, so they can hear everything that we're saying. But Matt, would you spend?
Yes.
At least say the no, spend, and then you just say no. Matt, would you spend $200,000 on your wedding?
No.
50,000?
I wouldn't, but I know somebody who would. It's probably
Claire.
Probably my girlfriend, who would be obviously my.
But I mean, her dad got to pay for it.
What?
The father, the bride pays for the wedding. You didn't know that, or is that just?
I mean, I have no experience in all that, so no. I don't watch The Bachelorette or anything. Actually, I do.
Maybe it's just a white people.
Maybe. Maybe. I would feel bad though, man.
Oh, you know, interesting. So my nephew came back from the army. Mm-hmm. He was in Poland, then he was in Germany, then he went back to Georgia. He was there for a while, and he just came back Christmas. And he was telling me how, first of all, that Polish women are extremely attractive and beautiful.
I've heard that before, actually.
That they're just like tall, white, blonde hair, and colored eyes, and all that.
Oh, yeah.
And he says all the Polish guys there, he's like, man, our women are so ugly. He's like, your women are amazing. And he's talking like short Latinas.
Yeah.
And my nephew's like, what? You guys are stupid.
Yeah.
But it's just that they're exotic to them or something.
Mm-hmm.
But he was saying that in Poland, that they're still in that kind of tradition or mindset where the father will literally sell his daughter to a man that wants to marry her.
That's
like at 16. And my nephew was like, yeah, there's this guy selling his daughter. She was 16 for like $10,000 or something.
That's crazy, dude.
And you marry his daughter.
Here you see like an older man, even like around a 16-year-old, like if they're like associated, you're like, something's fishy, right? And people get pissed off, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, because obviously that's not cool. But that just goes to show, like, I guess the cultural,
the world is different.
Weird. Dude, that reminds me. I remember one time. Oh, you were there that night. I did a gig at Casa Garcia's with Suroste. And
I remember that.
That was the night that you went to see us, and Noel was there too.
Yeah, I didn't see the couple, but yeah.
Louis was there also.
Yeah.
With somebody else. Who was it? I guess it was just us.
Yeah.
And we ended up actually going out drinking and like getting crazy that night.
With Oscar?
Was it with Oscar? No, we saw Oscar.
We saw Oscar.
No,
we went downtown in Buda?
Yeah. No, it wasn't in Buda. It was in Kyle. We went to, where was it? Oh, okay. So we went to Rail House.
Rail House.
After that, we went to room 111 and then back to Rail House for some reason.
Yeah.
And then back to room 111. And that's where I blacked out. But anyways, that night, we were doing a gig and this man was sitting at a table with like two girls. They looked very young. And the man looked about like maybe like somewhere in his 20s. I would say like 25, 26. Because, you know, it's just I'm just guessing. And he came up to us and asked in Spanish to I think Carlos. He's like, hey, can you come to my table and play like these 3 songs? And they were all love songs. And I remember we were doing like Solamente una vez, like at his table, and he was like all over this girl, dude. She looked super young, like 14 or 15 or something. And and Juan was looking at me. He told me, he's like, doesn't she look? I was like, dude, I was thinking the same thing. Like she looks, but the thing is, the guy that asked us, he was there like all up on her, dude, like kissing and hugging her and everything. And then the girl was like, she was kind of like just there, like she looked a little uncomfortable, but we were like, dude, this is really weird. So we called like the police, or Juan did. And
I remember that. Yeah, the police showed up.
And he was like talking to the officer outside about it. Long story short, he like touched up on us about that. He said that all the police did was mark that guy, like they just red flagged him as like a possible like sex offender, or I don't know the complete details, but that's all they did. Like they didn't really go and look for him or anything. But like it was very strange, dude, like at the restaurant. And I don't know who the other little girl was. She was like, she had to be like 12, or she was younger than the other girl that he was all up on, you know, like kissing and hugging and stuff. But it was really weird and pretty uncomfortable. We're like, dang, dude, it's messed up, man. But at that same night is when those 2 girls were arguing. Do you remember that? We were like drinking at the beer. We were drinking beer at the bar.
We were at the bar.
And those 2 girls like started going at it. Yeah. And the bartender was like, hey, yo, that's it. Y'all got to leave already. And they were like cussing each other out and like about to fight and shit. And then they were both drunk. They went outside. They came back in and they were like, we're not fucking going out there. The police are there. We're drunk.
He's right there. And then neither of them had paid.
No, they didn't pay. Yeah. Like the bartender was pissed. I know that guy's pretty cool, but he was pissed, dude. That was a crazy night. It was a full moon. I remember that shit. And then we were like, yo, shit's getting crazy. Like, let's go get messed up.
I remember dropping you off at your place, and you were so like messed up. We were like, man, is he gonna be able to get in his own house? You're stumbling to get to the door.
Yeah, dude. Fuck. Dude, I blacked out whenever. The last thing I remember was Louis handing me a Modelo, and I was like trying to grab it. And I was in the chair. They had a table in the bar, and I was in the chair like trying to grab it, like falling asleep and shit, dude. And that's when I blacked out. That was the last thing I remember. That's crazy, dude.
It's fun times.
Yeah, but yeah, that night was pretty crazy. But your story about your Polish well, he's not Polish, but the Polish story is kind of remind me of what had happened that night.
Oh, it's just, but it's legal.
Things are different. Yeah, it's not legal here.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, man. Mexico, getting married a 14-year-old, that's cool.
Dang.
I mean, in Mexico, you don't have to go to school after you finish like 6th grade.
Really?
Yeah. You don't have to.
I didn't know that.
You just go sell gum chiclets on the street. Which a lot of people do.
Are they good?
Are they any good? The chiclet?
Yeah.
I mean, they're cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think everything's cheaper there, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, if you go with like $100, $100 US there, it's like 1,300 pesos or something.
Dang. We're going to, we're trying to go to that huge festival they have every year in Mexico. I think in Guadalajara.
Relámpago?
Yeah. I think we're trying to. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen, dude. Adolf is like iffy about everything. And Eli, like, we didn't even know he pulled out of the trip.
Oh.
He didn't.
I mean,
things are different with COVID.
I mean, you didn't think Eli was going to do it?
No, he was just like the week of, he was all excited and shit. And then the next day, he's like, they're like, Eli's not going. Like, and I was picking on JM, dude. I saw him in the, because I rode with Carlos, Luis, and JM. They picked me up, and I opened the car door, and I see JM in there. I'm like, oh man, I'm always picking on him, dude. I'm like, he's like, man, shut up.
11 hours in the car with that guy.
Yeah, but it was chingon, dude. Like the whole trip, we spent so much time on the road, right? But the gig was worth it. Like you get to see different things. Memphis was for sure different, but I for sure I miss Texas. For sure. You know what?
You're gonna move to?
I haven't. No, definitely not. I really miss Texas. When we got back in, I was kind of like, I felt like I was back at home.
You need some Whataburger.
I haven't even had Whataburger since I've been back. I'm gonna go do that right now, actually.
Damn.
Even though I prefer In-N-Out. Sorry, guys. I prefer In-N-Out.
Oh, why?
It's good, dude. In-N-Out's amazing.
It's just they're so small.
Yeah, but you get a double meat or triple meat if you want,
But they're so small. I mean, they only have burgers, so they don't have chicken and chicken strips.
Yeah, exactly. It's a burger joint, dog. You go to eat burgers. You don't go to to a Mexican restaurant and ask for a burger.
Dude,
Have
you ever had a Mexican hamburger though?
It's actually pretty good.
With a real Mexican hamburger that has ham and egg and bacon and avocado and all that.
Yeah. I've actually haven't tried a Mexican hot dog though. I have yet to try that.
Oh yeah, those are good.
I want to try it. I want to try that really bad, dude.
You got to come to Mexico.
I want to go.
Let's go
right now.
Yeah, I'm heading down that way anyways.
When?
Today.
Oh,
I'm going back to the valley. I got to. No, I do. I have to. My friend's dad passed away.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
And they're having the funeral tomorrow.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, it sucks, and it happened days before Christmas.
Oh man, it's sad, especially in instances like that. I know there was a couple of weeks ago, or right before Thanksgiving, that kid from Texas State passed away. He got shot. Remember?
Oh yeah.
But when stuff like that happens, just before important times like that, it's like your family's excited to see you and everything, and then it just
yeah, it was
unbelievable, really.
It was tough, and I found out right before we started those 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I got a call from another friend of mine who his mom and my other friend's mom worked together, and he said that his mom told him that he heard that his dad passed away, but she was like, she didn't believe it. She was like, no, this has to be a different person, or maybe something happened.
Yeah.
So he called me and told me. I was like, oh, I don't know. I haven't heard anything. And I had just seen him and his dad 2 weeks before that. Because I've known him for 10 years. I mean, both of them.
Yeah.
So I've known him for a long time. And I just saw his dad, and his dad was fine. He was fine. But apparently he went to the doctor Thursday, and Saturday he passed away.
Oh, man.
It's like that.
Sad, dude. I mean, my condolences to...
Man, he took it hard. And then it's a friend of mine that just got engaged.
Oh, it's the same one.
Yeah.
And my condolences to his family, dude.
He's excited, and
yeah, that's sad. It puts things into perspective. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, his dad was young, probably 50 or something around there. So yeah, I mean, you just don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. But on
and then yesterday, my mom called me in between gigs. She's like, "Your uncle just passed away."
Oh man,
he was my mom's brother,
really?
The oldest in the family now after my grandma. And my grandma passed away last year, and then he passed away yesterday.
Dude, I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, dude, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, these are like I said, 2020's been very unexpected, and so many lives have been lost, dude. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of funerals, the gigs for funerals have were insane for a while.
We've done a lot, man. A lot.
When I got here, all your calls for funerals all the time.
Mm-hmm. I hate doing funerals too. Like, those are the gigs that I don't want to do. And I've turned them down for a number of times. But times are tough this year, so of course I've been accepting them, and I've done a lot of them.
Yeah, you got to do them, like Santa Muerte gigs.
I did one this year. And then I did one the year before. It was with Kenyon. He was like, what did he say? He's like, don't get scared, okay? I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't even know where we're walking in, but yeah, these are tough times, man, for everybody. I'm waiting for this year to be over.
Yeah, I'm gonna head down there and see what's going on. I was talking to his fiance mostly because he didn't really want to talk to nobody.
Really?
Yeah, but I saw him like when I was down there during Christmas. And yeah, I mean, they're fine. It's just, it sucks for his mom right now, like a lot, since he lives in San Antonio and his sister lives in Houston. And so it's just his mom and his dad. So now she's alone at the house. And then her mom passed away like 2 months ago.
Wow.
So now she's by herself.
It's hard.
Like, dang.
Yeah.
But you gotta keep going.
Yeah.
And let's see what the new year brings.
See what it brings, yeah.
For everybody, for you, Matt. You're gonna finally move out of your mom's house.
Yeah.
I remember you talking about wanting to get your own place like freshman year of college. That was like 2015.
Yeah.
You were like, yeah, next semester I'm gonna move to apartment. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Never did it.
Nope. I didn't even change rooms, bro.
You're in the same room.
Same room.
Yeah, your walls like the same posters from middle school and high school.
Yeah, but I mean, I graduated already. It's time for a change. I feel.
Yeah,
I feel like it's right.
I hope you wouldn't be 30 and living at your. Well, I lost that.
I think 24 is old enough.
I made a pool. I with a couple people. I don't remember who, but I would just be talking about it. Like, hey, how long do you think Matt's gonna stay at his mom's house?
Fuck you.
It was like 28.
You said 28?
I think so.
Fuck yeah, I won, dude.
I lost the pool.
Good. No, fuck you.
I was 24 hours into my fast. I don't know if you saw it on Instagram.
Yeah, I did.
Ones that follow my personal. Did you vote?
Give in yet?
Did you vote though?
Did I vote?
Yeah.
I voted 72 hours.
You put 72
or 78? Or is it 72 or 78?
72.
72.
Did you see my Instagram post? Do you follow me on Instagram? My personal one?
On the gram.
Why are you looking like? Why are you looking at the?
Oh,
you're about to do it right now. Okay.
She'll do it and then she's gonna say. Yeah.
But you follow the podcast page though, right? You do. I saw that you. Now, yeah, I put a post saying I was something like 12 hours over into my fast.
Oh.
And so the most I've ever fasted was 3 days, 72 hours, like exactly.
Yeah.
And I've just been feeling really.
Were you waiting by your watch? You're like,
I was because the last time when I did it, the first time it was like midnight on Sunday, and then so the first day was like nothing. It was easy. Because also I was in school at the time. This is in the spring, so I was UTRGV. Yeah. So I was just, going about my day, and then the first day I was like, oh, it's fine. The next day, middle of the day, I was like, I had a huge headache. I drank water, get over it. The third day, I was like, man, and I was gonna go for a week, and then I got to 3 days. I was like, damn, I'm hungry. So I ate, but I mean, it does help. It works. I try to do that now. It seems not like 3 days, because 3 days is a lot. Like, what do you?
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh wait.
She's looking for it.
Can you go?
I guess that was all. I guess it timed out already. So at least
that's what you get for not following me.
But yeah, I voted.
What do you mean I don't follow you? I know, but But this isn't about you. This is about me. No, I put a post saying I was 12 hours into my fast, and then I put like 2 things you can. It was like how much can you or how long do you think I'll fast? I put answer choices and then
And
a
then
poll.
you did the yes or no, yeah.
Yeah, it was like 1 to 2 days or 3 to 5.
I didn't do the poll, but I voted the 72 hours. I was like, you can do it.
72 hours. I put that one as the right answer.
Yeah, I did it, and then I had to check mark. I was like, what the fuck?
It didn't let me not have a right answer.
That's true.
I was like, I tried to figure out how to do a poll with like different amount. It just didn't let me.
Yeah.
So, it's 24 hours, and then I ate something. So I did 24-hour fast, which even then that helps. And it's mostly honestly for just I've been feeling bad. Like I've been eating
Cleansing.
bad and just in my mind and so much stuff has been going on. It helps when if you don't eat, you just kind of because also I see eating like as some people use it as a distraction.
Oh, distraction.
But yeah, so comfort you to do something or keep your mind off something. Just eating.
That was me last night, bro. I didn't know what to do. I didn't work. I didn't have that. We didn't have the posada, dude. And I had, what did I have? I had like a burger, I think. Oh, barbecue with lasagna. And then I had a candy apple, like the caramel chocolate candy apples. A cereal. Dude, it was bad, bro. I didn't know what to do with myself, man. I just was there eating stuff in my face, dog. But yeah, people use it as a distraction, comfort food.
Yeah, I find when I don't eat for a while, a couple of days, it helps. My body feels better. Gets kind of like a detox.
I wouldn't know what that feels like.
You should try it. Well, now I'm like 15 hours in.
Dang, yeah.
I haven't eaten now like
Same here, actually.
15 hours. Well, yeah, I mean, you've been sleeping for like 13 of those hours.
Honestly, since I graduated, no, not even then. Because when I graduated, I still wasn't slowing down. I mean, VidCon happened the next day. We had like a full week of gigs still. I had a lot of work to do other than that too, but just a lot going on. And then after the trip is when I finally like everything started calming down. Because you gotta do Christmas shopping and all that stuff, and I didn't have a chance to until after the trip. So.
Yeah,
But yeah, things are starting to calm down now.
They are. And I still have a couple weeks off until school starts.
What? When does it start?
January 19th.
Shit, dude, already? That's crazy.
So we have like 3 weeks, I think.
Wow.
So I got to do as much as possible in 3 weeks. It's just ironic because it's the break.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're getting close to the end, but I want to say one thing. I hope Mike Guzman, gets better and comes back.
Yes.
But
Prayers for
I want to do MLO.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah, I think so.
Chingon, dude. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be my last semester.
What about MNG?
No, honestly, I can't, even if I wanted to, because I have class.
Oh, okay.
At that time.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take Sophia's spot. They won't give me her spot.
Sophia.
They put me on bass. I don't know. Maybe I do violin. MLO.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, I want to do it. Just there's a lot of new people.
Well,
in MLO and MNG.
Both groups have changed a lot.
Yeah, I was looking at. I was like, who are all these people? I had like when I saw the concert.
The only one I recognize is Victor, probably.
Yeah,
Victor, Sophia, of course.
Victor, Sophia, and
Ariana's still in there, isn't she?
Yeah, Ariana's in there. They got new trumpets. I mean, there's new violins.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Alex and Karen.
Yeah. Honestly, from MLO, I knew like nobody.
Yeah, they're all new.
No, I was like, I'll go in there and.
I feel like everybody who does mariachi there at Texas State are like younger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was pretty old when I left. But the group was older. It was me, Louis.
Yeah,
the older ones, Ivan, even JM. Well, He's still a kid.
I mean, James, like, he
James.
just turned 21. Isn't he?
22 now.
He's 22 now?
22. He's my brother's age. Both him and my brother were born on the same day. They both had the same birthday.
Wow.
Yeah, but for some reason, dude, I haven't had the chance to celebrate with my brother the past 2 years because it was James' birthday. Oh no. They're both on December 20th, and this past 20th, we were in Memphis, so I was celebrating with JM. I was forced to. No, well, I didn't mean that, JM. But basically, because like I wasn't able to see my brother, he's at home, and then the year before. Where were we? Oh, my brother was out of town celebrating his birthday, elsewhere. And so, like, I was at home. So I was like, well, I guess, I'll celebrate with JM. That night was crazy, dog. But that's for another day. Yeah, even then, he's still kind of young. Well, he's only like 2 years younger than me, but younger than us.
But are we done, Matt? This is the last.
I guess so.
None more to say.
What is that? 4 hours?
Says this is 3 hours. It's been fun time.
It's been great. You sound so excited, dude.
So we have some stuff coming up. I'm gonna put everybody in a chat and hopefully try to do like a practice run of what I've been thinking of doing this week.
Yeah, that'd be good because we never do that. And
and these guys are kind of flaky.
Dang.
Just called audio out. And they all listen to this. Well, yeah, I think most of them do.
Yeah, they try to catch up. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Apparently we release episodes too fast.
And I didn't upload for 2 weeks to let people catch up.
Catching up.
And Louis said he caught up a little bit.
Really? A little bit? Like what? One episode or what?
And so, yeah, hopefully that we'll be able to record something this week with that. We have some people that want to be guests that are going to be really interesting. And also going to set up time to do that with them this week for the podcast. But that's it.
All right. Thanks everybody for listening.
Bye. This has been episode 2.
That's funny, dude. Episode season 2.
Los Mariachi Sagas.
Yep.
And we're done.
Bye. That was funny, dude.
Bye. I'm gonna play this,
you guys.
Mariachi Sagas. Mariachi Sagas.